Hey guys, it's been a week since I posted Showmaker playing Ezreal, Moonstone, and Soloq. The tweet really popped off. Everyone seemed really interested in it, and I thought I'd make a video because he is still playing it. So when I first posted it, it was exactly a week ago. He played these 3 games at nighttime playing Ezreal mid, and then he just kept playing it. A couple days after, he tried some mandate. This one he didn't get to the mandate. This one was a Moonstone. Here we have the mandate again, and then last night he's back on the Moonstone. So I thought I'd make a cool video today just to go through one of his replays, talk about why I think it could be good, and just try and give some sort of insight on why he is doing it. But let's start with what does Moonstone do? Because a lot of my replies to my tweet were, how does Ezreal proc Moonstone? Everyone seemed very confused. They weren't sure why it could even possibly be good. So let's talk about the item first. Let's open up the wiki. Now first things first, let's talk about the stats. So it has ability power, some ability haste, and health, and base mana regen. All of these stats Ezreal likes. He has really good AP ratios on all of his abilities. Ability haste, great. Health, great. Base mana regen, no one cares about the mana regen, but that's not why we buy it. We buy it, but for the passive, and also the mythic passive. Now let's quickly talk about the passive. I'll zoom in. Let's make it a bit bigger for everyone. Oh my, that is. Okay, when you damage an enemy or you're in combat, basically all this just means is, get in combat or you or your ally, you will heal them for 60, and it has a 2-second cooldown. Now if you're Ezreal and you hit a Q, that means you will heal your ally for 60 health. But the stacks will stay, and then you build up your stacks, you stay in combat, and it builds up to 20%. So if you hit a Q, you wait a couple seconds, you now have 20% heal and shield power. So that means your second Q is going to heal more. So the first Q might heal for 60, but the second Q now has 20% heal power. So then it'll be 72 heal. Now, if you keep hitting Qs, 72, 72, 72, 72, it's nice. But it's not 72 because on these mythicless champions like Ezreal, you're not buying them first. When you buy it, you are getting a lot of power just from the mythic passive straight away. So when Ezreal buys this, he already has Manamune and Essence Reaver, so he's going to have an extra 16. So he's already starting with 76. So it's going to be 76 on the first Q, and then the second Q is going to be around 90. So you're going to be healing 90, 90, 90, 90. Really good. And then, of course, as you get more items, you're going to be healing more and more and more. So basically, it's just every Q you hit, you're healing somewhere around like 70 to 90 HP. And in an extended fight, you're going to keep doing this. But it's not just on your Qs, because it's only a 2-second cooldown. And if you take Cosmic Insight, which you should, you can get the cooldown a little lower than 2 seconds. So you're just constantly pumping out these heals in these longer fights. And it can add up. Okay, hey guys, we're in game now. It's almost 23rd minute of the game, and Showmaker has finished his Moonstone. Now, it's in Chinese, but the top 0 is the healing to allies, and the bottom 0 is your bonus and healing, which will be useful because of his runes. He is running Bloodline and running Conqueror, so this bonus healing and shielding will help him to heal a bit more throughout the game. So far, he got 9 bonus healing. Now what we're going to do is just watch a couple of the fights. I'm going to show the tooltip, see how much he's healing, and I'm going to start off by talking a little bit about why this works. We hit the Qs, we get the poke, we heal our allies, everything's great. So what he's going to be looking to do in fights is play a little slower, try to hit the Qs, and try to stack up his Moonstone. Now, that is the theory, but reality is he's just playing fights like any normal Ezreal would. So that Ian, he's just going for poke. This is pretty standard, nothing crazy. And so far, he only got 1 proc, so 76 healing. Okay, we got a bit of a fight here. He's going to land some spells, and we're starting to stack up the healing. We stacked up the Moonstone. We're at 4 stacks now. Sadly, it's going to fall off. So that was a really quick fight, and he got 1 proc off. Oh, and we're going to extend the fight a little longer. So he's stacked up. He's up to 4 stacks again. Okay, he's keeping his stacks. Okay, so he landed a couple more Qs, and then we're up to 300. So here, 230 or about 3 procs, just there, just with hitting a couple Qs over the wall. It's that simple. Okay, looks like we're about to have a fight in the jungle. Okay, he's hitting his Qs, he's stacked up to 4 stacks now. The fight's going a little long, this is great. Great for the Moonstone. Okay, he's getting lots of stacks. How many? Okay, so we're up to 600. So we got about 300 from that fight. Again, it's not great, but it's not unnoticeable. Imagine just playing with an extra 200 HP. That's something you would really like to have. It's just in these longer fights, you keep the stacks, you keep healing yourself. We can see that he's already had 233 bonus healing. So you can kind of think of that as just extra lifesteal. If you have the 6% lifesteal from Bloodline, the extra 20%, you're now up to 7.2% lifesteal. So it's just a little bit which adds up constantly to give you the little edge you need. Okay, we're going into the last fight of the game. He's hitting some spells. He's stacked up to 4 stacks. It's going a little long. He EQs over the wall. Stopwatch. The LeBlanc E. Okay, this fight's going nice and long. He's kept the stacks for a long time. Here's the flash to keep the 4 stacks. Very nice. Okay, that was a lot of healing in that fight. That was 500 healing. His self-healing was only 50, but that fight was 500 healing. So just in that 10 to 20 second fight there, he healed 500 to his allies. And that is the good thing about this Moonstone. In these longer fights, you're healing a lot. Now I think for LCK, specifically, in games where there's standoffs, which Ezreal likes, Ezreal's happy to have a standoff, hit Qs, constantly poke, he's going to be able to heal his allies in this standoff situation. Now is he going to be able to keep stacks full in a standoff situation? Unlikely, but you're still getting the base heal, the 76 heal at minimum, which could be something to make it seem viable to him.